Guru Nation, welcome back to the Clinical Trials Guru. I'm in the office, the home away from home, with Chris Sauber. Chris is, how's it going?
It's going well.
I have to interview you like I did at DIA with people, like pull up with the mic. Finally gave me the mic, so it was interesting.
It's a bit smaller mic.
Yeah. So I have to get really close. No social distancing here.
Yep.
Okay, so Chris, you have a question from an audience member. You want to read it?
Sure. So it's awesome that much of your content is helping folks get into the industry. For me, it's a matter of returning after 9 years. I was thinking this was the email that from somebody else we got.
No, we have another one. We're going to do later. It's a podcast. Oh, no, yeah. That one we can't even talk about. If you guys only knew.
It was quite funny, amusing. Okay, anyhow, after 9 years, I spent 6 years in clinical project management early in my career, then went to work for the government. Public service is important to me, and sorry I'm pausing, but it doesn't all fit on my screen. Public service is important to me, and it's always been part of the plan to spend some time there. So I did the last 9 years in government and nonprofit settings. Now in my 40s, I'm hoping to return. I really miss the focus and impact of clinical research and the pharmaceutical industry. I've had very little success getting any attention from applications. I do have an interview on Wednesday this week with the CRO I worked with 9 years ago. Mistyped. I just watched your video on clinical trial project manager interview questions. Just wondering if you have any content on this area or any advice for someone looking for opportunities to come home again.
So, what advice do you have for this person, Chris?
Our book.
Very good. Pitch the book. But for people out there in similar situation, but let's go with him, okay? So, I guess he's asking for what kind of how to present himself at the interview and what to prepare on. What do you suggest?
Well, project management, I don't know if anything has really changed outside of maybe Alcoa-C.
Or Alcoac now.
Yeah. Or GCP. I guess I would take a certification course for GCP because of the changes there.
Which you can do for free now, guys.
Yep. I would do that just so I'm familiar with that process again, as everybody needs to be pretty much in the research industry. And then I would study Alcoa-C or Alcoac. Those are only changes I can really think of in the last 9 years. And then just refresh whatever you have, whatever resources you have. Since you've been out of the business for 9 years, just kind of refresh how everything works. I'm sure you have some sort of something saved, I would hope, from 9 years ago. But outside of that, I don't think there's really been anything to change, right?
Yeah, and he's not someone I would tell to go intern. I mean, of course, that's not going to hurt to go intern, but it doesn't seem like it's practical for him. He's got the interview coming up. I know there are Coursera courses on project management. If you want to take one of those, you could.
Oh, there are?
For free. There's courses on Coursera. If you know the therapeutic indication, there's courses on Coursera. For example, if you knew you were going to be in breast cancer, there are courses on breast cancer there. It may be somewhat beneficial for a project manager to have it, but not required. You're just PMing. You're not necessarily CRAing and all those kind of stuff. So that's my advice I have for you there.
If you don't have access to something for a refresher from 9 years ago, certainly, because you're going to need it quickly, I would do our audiobook. Because you can get that
comprehensive guide. What is it?
Because you can get that immediately.
What's the name of it, though?
Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research. You can get that immediately, right? The audiobook.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait if you on the hard book.
Yeah, and other than that, I mean, if this interview doesn't work well, maybe you want to consider interning somewhere at a site and just helping a site get more studies, get more patients, maybe helping them develop their processes better as a PM. I'm sure you'd have to think back to what you've done at the CRO level and I'm sure you can give sites tips as to what you can do. Just do that for 3 to 6 months. If you're finding that your interviews are not getting you anywhere, I would start interning at that point if you can.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Good luck, and talk to you later.